I just got done watching My Sori Life. Yes, My Sori Life, the greatest mom blog channel on YouTube in history. Is this the guy? Is this my guy? Did GURSUCH just message me?
I don't know.
Yes, it is. It's him. Okay, I'm going to accept him and not block him, and then I'm going to call him. I'm going to call the big homie on Skype. Speak up. Yo!
Yo, hold on a sec. Yeah, that's just pointed at the wall. It's all green right now, I'm afraid.
Whoa, you got the typo negative thing going on, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? This is the way it was supposed to be.
Look, everybody, this is what it looks like. I'm talking to the big homie.
I don't know if they're going to be able to see. Back it up a little bit so they can.
Okay.
I can't see you guys, so it's kind of just the sunbather looking logo.
Hold on.
A sunbather?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, you know, the logo or the album cover, it's just, oh, I can see now.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Hello.
So we've got an impromptu band interview. So,
Wrong channel.
it's not the wrong channel.
Oh, Middle America does this too?
Middle America does this too. Okay, so you're the front guy.
Yeah.
Of the band. First of all, how do we pronounce the name of your band, sir?
It's Gurschach.
Gurschach. Okay, what the hell?
Have you ever watched Watchmen? You know, like the Rorschach character?
Yes.
That's pretty much just Rorschach, but it's Gur instead of Roar.
Did you come up with that?
Like by myself, not really. It was kind of an entire, like the whole band's wanted to come up with something that, you know, worked for us, I guess, to put it simply. There's a whole origin story if you want to know about that.
Yeah, we do actually. Go for it.
It was, well, kind of, it was like when me and Leyland, the other guitarist, were in high school. We were like these like really big Rammstein fans, and we would just sort of like listen to their songs all the time. And I know you just recently covered them too, so I guess you guys are just now getting into the Rammstein camp. We heard this one song that we thought they actually said Gurschach in it, and that was like, to us, I guess for some dumb reason, like the most powerful sounding word they've ever said. And we looked everywhere in the lyrics for it and could not find it. And then we eventually heard it again and then looked at the lyrics, and it was not even close to the word Gurschach, but we just figured, you know, if it doesn't exist, I guess we could take that.
So it has no real meaning.
Well, I mean, technically it does, but the meaning is just, you know, a band from California.
I see.
We've had a lot of people who like looked us up on Google, and they were like trying to look up the meaning of Gurschach, but all they would get is links to us.
That's actually pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty brilliant. So, how did you find the channel?
Vin and Sori?
Yeah.
You know, I'll be honest, technically it started with Leyland's, and he like found Alex Hefner on YouTube, and he just started watching him. It was like something that he actually subscribed to and was just genuinely like, dude, I really like this guy. So he told us to look up Alex Hefner, and I was like, it's all right. I mean, he's a pretty cool guy. He's pretty funny sometimes. But then from there, like, I just started getting recommended reaction channels all the time after that. You know, you click one video and then YouTube will recommend a whole monstrous slew of other things. And from that, I found your guys' it was a reaction channel, and I was like, is that like an hour-long video for a reaction? So I had to see what that was about. And I was like, I'll be damned. It is an hour-long reaction. Like, and it's not just them freebooting and then saying, yo, that video was dope, so give them a like. And you guys actually took the time to do it. And, like, from there, I was just like, I got to watch more of this stuff. Like, I was most excited about you guys doing our video reaction.
Okay, now let me ask, because my buddy Sarcast. So Sarcast is like one of my top frenemies in the chat. Like, I love him. He loves me. If I ever go to Vienna, we're gonna sleep at his house. He's probably gonna kick us out. But he never says anything nice to me, ever. So as you and I are talking,
nice to Sori.
well, yeah, he's not. Everybody's nice to Sori, obviously.
That's not true.
Could you be mean to Sori?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Except for the Nazi bastards who resent her for being with one of the lower life forms. What did the guy call it? Anyway, so here's sarcasm, and so somebody was saying, "Hey, who's online right now?" And they're like, and then somebody said, "That's the guy from the band," and then sarcasm goes, "You mean the people that you trashed?" So let me ask you an honest question. Do you feel that I trashed your band?
But a 7 out of 10? That's fine. I have no problem with that.
Thank you. I gave Unleash the Archers like a 9 out of 10, and all the Unleash the Archers fan wanted to put a bunch of arrows in my body.
Yep.
I'm going to be honest. There was something at the end of your guys' video for us that, sorry, I think you were about to say something, but then didn't actually get to finish your thought on that. You were saying, like, if it was just the video, it would be a 9.5, and if it was just the song, it would be a 9. I feel like you were about to say something else, like, if it was the video and the song together, it like may have actually scored less than that or something.
No, I said if it would have been just the video, I'd give it a 9, and if it was the song, I'd give it a 9. And then I realized, wait, this whole thing is pointless because that's a 9 either way. So then I said, so I'm giving it a 9.
Yeah, okay. I mean, because the main argument was that, you know, some people might just come for the video, some people might just come for the song, but not really both at the same time, it seems.
I just thought that they didn't fit together. Like, the song and the video were so, like, different
well, it's just
to me.
The video was so fucking captivating and well written.
And it was funny, and, like, there was some comedy in it and stuff.
I was just so, like, captivated by the video. The characters were, like, immediately endearing.
How did you find those people?
We kind of just found them online, to be honest.
That's so funny.
We're on a website it's called SF Casting, and there's one for LA. I don't know if I think there's one for New York too, but you can actually just send out casting calls online, and way more people look at that than you realize. So we just did that, and there were these 2 guys that were really cool, and we even held auditions for them.
Who wrote that? Did you write that?
Yes, actually, give me a sec.
How do you say it? Gurschach? People are asking who it is.
It's the lead singer from the band that the Patreon review that we did. It's a lead singer. Is actually in the freaking chat. It's unbelievable. Famous people in our house. How you feel?
We can see him.
I wasn't joking when I said I just actually genuinely like you guys. Like, I don't just watch it to get famous. I'm like, I just want to see what you guys have to say.
Oh, I appreciate that.
That's cool.
So yeah.
What's up, 420?
Check this out.
Is that the thing?
Yeah, this is the storyboard.
Oh, man.
Anytime we do music videos, I go through storyboards of this stuff.
Oh, wow.
See, there's them high-fiving, them leaving their uncle on the couch.
Did you
up.
Did you draw that?
Yeah, this is kind of what I do. Oh, hey, is it not green anymore?
Yeah, you're not
green
green
what
anymore.
happened?
It's the camera. It does whatever it wants.
I liked it when it was green.
I know, me too. It was fun.
So we were talking on Insta, and you said that we were close in our interpretation of the song.
For the song, yeah.
So, can you reveal anything about the song? Can you fill in any blanks?
That you were maybe off on?
Off on, or is it a concept record? That type of thing.
It's not a concept record. That's it's more so like a thematic record in the sense that, you know, if you string all the songs together, it's not going to mean anything. But certain songs do kind of follow a pattern and then progress as it goes on. It's not like, you know, one time we'll be talking about zombies and then the next we'll be maybe doing a happy, uplifting song or whatever. It's like they kind of follow a general scheme. But as for filling things in, the one thing that I think was the most interesting was your take on the I have seen the light and I consumed it, that part.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, I'm forgetting what did you say about that one again?
Well, I was saying that human beings contain a divine spark, but since the zombie no longer has one and he's consuming regular humans, they're just going to spread darkness everywhere.
Honest, like I hate correcting people on their interpretations. I feel like that's just really inappropriate. But I mean, if you would like.
Oh yes, we would like.
Well, first of all,
listen. If Vin is wrong, you need to give me that information.
She loves hearing that I'm wrong. And number two,
I do.
Number two, I actually think it's very important to. You wrote the lyrics, right?
Yeah, that whole song is entirely my writing.
So there's like this ideology that we can never know what the author intended and blah blah blah. It's postmodernism. I'm sure you know about it. And I hate postmodernism. So I love it when an actual author says, no, this was my actual intent. This is the objective meaning of what I actually meant, dum-dum. Of course,
honestly, you were pretty close, to be honest. The whole, like, the divine spark inside and the fact that the zombies don't have it. But for me, what I intend with that is when you die, it's like said that, you can see the light of heaven coming towards you because your spirit is ascending. The idea there was that, when people say like the light when you die, and they come towards it and it pulls them towards, and then some people get pulled away from the light. What was written there is that the Zola character, he's like, when he died, he saw the light of heaven and he just completely washed it away. And that was kind of something that he was going to force onto anybody who became a zombie, is that they would be denied entry to heaven and would instead be swallowed into this world of darkness that he created.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, that's hell.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, honestly, I think even worse than hell is to just not get to go to either of those, to be honest. It's like, as bad as hell is, where would you go if there were neither at the same time, Like, there's I'm not even saying reincarnation, but if you were in limbo between the two,
right,
I think that would actually be even worse.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we were just talking about limbo on the drive up.
Yeah, we were.
It's a really crazy idea. It's like, where do unbaptized babies go when they die? Oh, they go to limbo, which you're supposed to be happy that they're not in heaven or in hell. To your point, it's like, it's almost worse.
Yeah.
They're just like hanging out there doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, at least if you're in hell, you're in hell.
We don't believe that about.
No, I don't believe in limbo at all. But I mean, it's just an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I think limbo is only bad if you don't get to go to hell or heaven. Like, I feel like if you start in limbo and then go to hell, you'll probably realize that hell is way worse. But the problem with limbo for me is, I have this big thing about what you don't know that could have happened. It's that if you could have had the chance to go to heaven or maybe been unfortunate enough to go to hell, it's like there's this sort of feeling of, if you're in limbo, all you can think about is what would it have been like? And that kind of thinking just would drive you insane for eternity.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Of course, if you're in heaven, you're golden.
That's what I mean, though, is that you probably won't be thinking about going to hell, but you'll be thinking like, anything has to be better than this. Just thinking about what I could have been at.
Okay, so that was what's the title of your political song? You have me very curious.
Oh, we have it on our website right now. Hold on, I'm just gonna hijack this for a minute. Is this at, see there. Let's see. Oh, I haven't actually been tuning into the live stream. Is this going on right now?
It's going on right now.
Oh, dang. I did not. There's people talking about it slow. It's Rorschach metal. There's Sarcast, the guy you're talking about. So yeah, I just posted a link to our website because it's
Can you?
pretty
I
much
think
front.
Did
It's
it
front
let you?
and center on the website. Yeah.
It let you put it? It doesn't usually let people.
Did it not show up?
Yeah, it usually doesn't let people for whatever reason.
All right.
Can you?
The fascist.
But I can put it if you send it through Messenger or something.
That?
Huh?
What about that?
Send it to us in Messenger, and then we'll do it.
Right.
Yeah, because it didn't go through.
The fascist bastards in YouTube.
There we go.
Oh, there.
Oh,
Look at
man.
that.
Hold on.
I didn't know you could do that.
Wait, put it back
Hey,
up.
I just put a space between dot and com.
You got to put it back up. It went away too fast. We can't see it anymore.
Put what up?
Your link. You
do
put
what
it
you
on the
just did
screen.
with the link.
Oh. That?
No, it came up on your screen.
Oh, the link?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what happens. It was probably the bit sent here.
It's
So I sent it to you guys.
There it is right there.
Right?
Oh, it's just a website, babe. GURSACH.com.
Do it.
Spell your band again. GURSACH.com. There you are. There it is, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
I forgot those little
People in the
dashes.
chat, you have if it's from the chat, you have to get rid of the space between dot and com. It's not going to work otherwise.
Smart.
Oh, it's GURSCHACH.
Okay, that's not right, Vin.
Idiot. Spell it again. GURS what?
GURSCHACH. I wish I had stickers because I used to have those, but I got rid of all of them on our last show.
Did you send us merch?
I was actually going to say I'm going to be able to do that on Sunday.
Nice.
First, we have a show coming up tomorrow, and after that, I'll be able to actually get the merch for it.
Sweet.
I'm actually going to enjoy that.
Yeah. So it was. Sorry, you were a medium, right?
No, go with a small because I wear small when I'm not pregnant, and I'd rather have something that I can carry on wearing after the pregnancy.
All right. So then, for Vin, it's a large, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just men's sizes, right? Like unisex?
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is, would you guys actually like a copy of the album, too? Because, I'll give it to you guys, but if you want to do more reactions in the future, it wouldn't want to be a song you've already heard, right?
Right. No, yeah. Send us the album. I'm very interested in the political one, though.
Yeah, that one's on the front page of our website. It is called "What Do You Think This Is, a Game?"
They want to know which venue you're going to be at.
Oh yeah. I guess I did just sort of drop that. Let's see. There it is. So it's at the Red Hat, Concord, California. It's pretty much it's a bar. It's a kind of a 21 plus thing. You have to be 21 to go into that one.
What are the dates?
But
Tina, you can't go. Tina, you can't go. Gotta be 21 plus.
Sorry, Tina.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Or no.
Are you going with another band?
Yes. Yes, it's technically we didn't really promote this one because it's not exactly like a big showcase for us this time. Like we're putting a sort of a proto tour show together. Like this is local for us, but we're also doing it with two other bands. And the whole purpose of this one is so that we can get comfortable sort of like sharing each other's gear because we're going to be on the road for a little bit. But yeah, it's 21 plus, kind of just us messing around. If anybody's there from Vin and Sori, though, you will have like a free record on us. I'll just say that.
Boom.
Whoa.
Ha!
So tell us Vin and Sori sent you.
Nice. Listen, get me your tour dates and stuff like that, and we'll promote the hell out of it.
Oh, that's on the website too.
For sure.
Yeah, if anybody has the website, like that's just the hub of everything.
Who's the biggest band you've toured with?
Honestly, the one that we did just last weekend, we played with Psycho Stick.
Psycho Stick?
Yeah. Oh, you don't know about Psycho Stick, do you?
No, I haven't heard of them, but I like the name.
This guy Nexus is asking if we're pals with Psycho Stick. We've never met them until we went to the venue, actually. So it's like, honestly, we definitely wanted to be friends with those guys, but it was kind of like they had a lot to do. It was just kind of like through passing, we got to like tell a lot of jokes with each other.
So is there a okay? Zonia's going. Zonia's going. Free CD, Zonia.
Awesome.
Zonia's like an OG villager. No, she's not. She just started hanging around like a month ago. She called me to tell me I was an idiot. That's how we met each other.
I got to tell you, like, if this actually happens like more often, then we're gonna have to like tell it. I bet the other guys in the show are gonna be like really stoked about that. Like, you guys brought them from Vin and Sori. What? We gotta get on that. It's like, did they react to our videos? And I'm like, well, you gotta have videos first, man.
Chris loves Psycho Stick. Well, there you go. People like Psycho Stick. I've never heard of them.
We love Psycho Stick. You guys got to react to Obey the Beard, if anything. That's my absolute favorite
Obey
one.
the Beard?
Obey the Beard.
The Beard.
The Beard. Obey
Yeah,
the
look,
Beard.
you guys said that we were tongue-in-cheek. Like, we are, like super proper Londoners compared to Psycho Stick in terms of tongue-in-cheek.
Really?
Psycho Stick is, like, the funniest metal bands, for real.
So is this at a point now? How long have you guys been together as a band?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I always feel like there's two answers to that. One is that we started in, like, 2011. But December 2011. And for honestly, like, the first 3 years, we were just messing around. There was nothing serious about it. But then one of our members left, and we got a new one. And with that new one, that guy, Scotty, like the bass player, he just was an absolute master of marketing. And as soon as he joined the band, like, people just started paying more attention to us like crazy. And I'm like, hey, maybe we should actually like take this more seriously than we have been, you know?
Mm.
That's kind of like, that's what's happening with us. We just started like playing around, and then some people started saying, hey, you could really do something if you guys weren't so stupid. They're in this chat right now.
Yep, as we speak.
And I'm like, I was like, yeah.
Because they'll be around when you guys get really big.
Yeah, they will be, for sure. For sure.
I mean, will you? I mean, don't take my word for it. They have to tell you right now in chat.
I think, well, it was funny because when we did our first video, people were like, you guys are going to be huge.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You roll your eyes. Well,
yeah, here we go.
Yeah. It's true. Chicago TRS had high. He was one of the people from the very beginning that was like, you guys are going to blow up.
Is Gurschach coming to the east side? Maybe. Someday. I don't know exactly just yet. We definitely want to, but it's kind of hard for us in California to get out that far in the east when we all have jobs. You know?
That was going to be my next question. Like, are you guys not at the point yet where you're doing it full time?
We want to be. We're not signed. We haven't actually really jumped on any sort of promotional cycles or anything like that. That might be a thing in the future. I've definitely expressed interest in that. But for the most part, like, we fund all of this ourselves because we all have jobs. Not me in particular, though. I'm still going to uni. But the rest of them all work. And kind of like everything that's like big budgeted about us, I guess, is because of our work hours and stuff like that.
How did you convince them to pay for the Patreon review?
Oh, technically that was all me. Like, they didn't pay for it. It was entirely my idea to do that.
Whoa.
Wow.
It was honestly like, again, I don't really want to get into rates, but like after I guess paying for the Austin Dickey one and then paying for the Alex Hefner one, the other guys were like, I think we've got enough now. And I'm like, no, don't you dare. Like, we promised we're going to get Vin and Sori on this. Like, hey, man. That's the end of the budget. I'm like, all right, well then it's not the end of the budget if I do it.
Don't you dare.
And then they did it, and then they were like, wow, I gotta say, that was actually pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, thank you.
Plus, I know that we're relatively cheap. I'm not going to do what she did and ask you to whatever, but I know that we're cheap.
You guys, honestly, you could charge a lot more, I'm just saying.
I know.
I don't really, like, I shouldn't say that because it's just going to go uphill from here. But, like, for what you guys put out, I mean, I guess for the most part, people see it as, like, paying for, you know, the amount of subscribers or the amount of monthly views you get. But, like, you guys bring something way completely different to the table. It's not just, you know, exposure or points on the internet, too. Like, you actually have a genuine sort of peer review sort of feedback. And in this case now, I guess it's translating to people coming to our shows, and that hasn't actually happened yet for us.
See?
Someone that, from the internet, decided to come see us live.
Zonia, you gotta represent. Damn it! I wish we could have gotten Zonia a Sori secret shirt.
Yeah, but it's tomorrow, so.
I know. Well, now we've got. You know what we can do is we can announce like the tour dates and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The next time they want to cycle, we can announce it, and then we can triangulate.
Yep.
And then like,
let us know the next time.
Hey, if you show up at a show with a shirt, it's X, and then if you show up with a whatever, you see what I'm saying? So it works out for the band and whatever. So there you go.
You know what you guys could probably do for your Patreon? I think you could easily like add on to the pledge so that it's like $75 to react to a band's video, but then something more to react and get an interview like this with you guys.
What do you mean, for the band?
Yeah, because interviews like get the band out there in another way other than just, looking at the video, because most people will just sort of like skim by and like, oh, he gave it a 7 out of 10, whatever. But then an interview like this is a lot more personal, and people are like, that guy was a pretty cool guy. I might actually check that sort of thing out. I'm not saying me.
Oh,
no, it's true.
Anybody else that like pledges you.
That's insane. I didn't even think anybody would want to talk to us like
that they would pay to do that. Well, you know what happens? Vin loves interviewing people, and I love watching him interview people. And then after you review people's music, you want to talk to them. So it'd be it's like going into that Lolly and Pops and expecting them to give us the candy as a favor. We're we want to eat the candy. So
but here's the other thing. I'm a socialist, and this one is a capitalist.
Yeah.
So she will charge like $9,000
I'm the one that said $75 per review. Yeah. And you were like, that's way overpriced.
Yeah. I was going to charge like $13.48 or something like that.
Okay.
$13.40 exactly.
He said that's
specific price.
Were you done?
Yes. Hey, people are telling you to come.
1,300.
People are telling you guys to come to Bakersfield, California. Chris Culp wants you to be.
Oh, we're kind of on the way there this December. We're not necessarily in Bakersfield, but we're heading down to sort of like Los Angeles area.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I mean, hopefully, I can't exactly confirm that yet. Some weird hokey stuff has been going on there, but we're like going as far as Tulare for sure. Hopefully, like we've been to Arizona and Texas other times, so we're definitely familiar and comfortable in that place.
Okay, I'm reading a bunch of people in the chat. All your dates are North Cal. Are you planning on any SoCal shows?
Yeah, I guess I haven't actually added the SoCal ones yet. Here's the thing. The ones that are on the website are the ones that are confirmed and have links that you can click on. But beyond that, there's always like a bunch of shows that we're still trying to put together as well. So all I can really say to that is just, sort of stay tuned. More will definitely come the closer they get to happening. And it's going on for December is what I can say for now.
What about Europe? Think big.
I mean, I'd love to. I'd love to for sure. I'm currently taking a German class right now. Come to speak of it.
See, there you go. So Austria, my guy, he lives in Austria, so that's pretty close to Germany, huh? Deutschland.
I mean, definitely. If anybody wants to promote us out there, like, I don't think we would say no to that. It's kind of an issue of like knowing the right people, though. I don't know. I don't honestly know how it works as well as Scott does. He'd be the guy to talk to about that sort of thing. But I think he's at work. Or no, I think he might have gotten off now. I mean, if you want, I could just like message him and say like, "Hey, I'm on an interview right now. You want to join in on this?"
Yeah, tell him to get on. Tell him to get on. I'm super connected, man.
I'll see. Actually, probably just be easier if I call him.
We'll get you online with Rammstein.
Hey, don't joke about that. I will jump at any opportunity like that.
How would you classify your guys' music, though? What genre of metal are you in?
Dark matter.
Really? Is that a? No, that's the name of your record.
Yeah, that's also the name of the genre.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
So you know how Venom put out a record called Black Metal? That was kind of why we called it Dark Matter. That was what we wanted to sort of label whatever music it is that we play. And I mean, I could go really technical, but that's going to be really boring to talk about, I think.
No, it's not. We got some nerds. We got some nerds in the house.
Do it up.
I'm getting lost. Let me get to that. I'm going to call Scott real quick, see if he answers.
There's demand in Europe.
What's up? Hey, Scott. You won't believe this. I am currently doing an interview with Vin and Sori right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they're asking if you would like to get on this.
Is it a Skype thing or what?
Yeah, it's Skype.
Okay, I only have that on my phone. Is that cool?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are fine with that.
Fine with what?
He says it's on his phone. I don't know if you can hear this.
Yeah, it's on his phone. Look,
that's fine.
Yeah, Skype on his phone.
What's his Skype tag?
What's your Skype tag?
Does he know he's live right now? What if he doesn't want everybody to know his Skype tag?
Yeah, do you know you're live right now, by the way?
Yeah, tell him.
Yeah,
Okay.
One second.
I'm sure the phone is fine, dude. You can just look that up. Oh, what's this?
Okay, so
as this is going on, we're currently getting more info about those December dates.
So we are online right now with the front man of GURSUCH. I completely butchered that name.
Hold on, what? Oh man, dude, this is getting confusing. I'm talking to like 5 people now. All right, so Scott, let me know when you've found the thing on Skype.
Yeah, you know, yeah. Tell him to hit us up on Skype.
All right, tell him that in a couple weeks.
Do you have to put the forgot your password thing?
I haven't yet.
All right, well, call me back, or I guess hit us up on Skype.
Tell him to hit Vin and Sori. Just tell him to search for Vin and Sori.
Also, just search for Vin and Sori. It's Vin and space Sori. I think it was right?
Yep.
You got it.
Just look up Vin and Sori on Skype if you got that.
Gurschach. Okay.
I think I have you, so...
Yeah. Wait, is that true? Am I on your thing, Scott? Maybe I could just invite him to the thing.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Because I know we are.
I don't know how to do that. Exactly.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Will.
He can write this amazing storyboard.
All right. So anyway, call me back if you figured it out, Scott. Okay. All right. Okay.
So
Sorry about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have an interview with the front man and
Yep.
then the main, what do you call it, the marketer of the band?
Yeah, pretty much.
Very good.
Who's the one in the video? Wait, well maybe it was you. He had dark hair and then the paint on the face. Standing, I think, toward the front when the video was going on. Was that you?
Maine singing zombie character.
I think so.
Yeah.
That was me. You don't notice the beard?
Okay, I was
All
pretty
that?
sure it was you. You were definitely the coolest looking character on there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent
did the paint?
maybe like a couple, like months almost on the makeup for mine in particular because we knew before shooting the video that I was going to be like most of the footage, and if my makeup was trash, it was going to destroy the video.
Oh, I agree. You did really good. Who did it? Did you paint it on?
No, absolutely not. I got my makeup done by, I think it's Courtney Does SFX on Instagram.
Yep.
She's a longtime friend of ours, and she was like, just sort of like posting stuff on Instagram for fun. And I just found it, and I was like, oh, I didn't know this person did this. You know, it's nicely timed, too. Let me see. If I just... Yeah.
Yes, Sarcast. That was me in the Halloween video. With the corpse paint on, you mean?
Jay, this is, I think, was it X? Am I calling you X?
There we go. Yep.
This is X from Gurschach Official, sir. You know the band that we did earlier this week with the zombie character with the two guys, and then they ended up dying and all that. We actually have the front man on the.
People are asking where your super chat went.
Yeah. You know, Matthew has a good point. He says, I thought this was an Ask Us Anything.
That's true. Okay. It's an Ask Me Anything. How did you know that we were doing the chat anyway?
It was on your Patreon.
Oh. Do you see how he looked at me with such contempt?
Idiot.
You idiot.
You told me you were doing this, technically.
Okay, so this is an Ask Me Anything. Technically, the patrons haven't asked me anything, but that's okay. We'll do an after party at Patreon. So we've got what, 38 minutes left.
I think you should do the Ask Me Anything, like at least until Scott maybe shows up if he does.
All right, lightning round. Ask us anything. So you guys get to ask us questions. Joel Yarborough.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
No, you can't.
You have to pay.
All right,
I'm just
bye,
kidding.
He actually got up and left.
You didn't make your bed, I see.
Okay, you know, I didn't do a lot of things. I was going to shave before this.
All right, go for it.
My question was actually written here. I said, if we sent you guys another video to react to, would you be open to doing it as a collab video with Alex Hefner?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I would.
Because
we've
actually been in talks with him, and he's totally into the idea as well.
We were supposed... Alex, my guy... You know, it's kind of... We don't really talk to a lot of other YouTubers.
Nope.
But Alex, we love Alex.
Yeah.
It's the only one we talk to. I don't know what
I think it'd be interesting, you know, like if you guys both had your own videos on each channel, or maybe like Alex does the reaction and all three of you react at the same time, and then they go to your channel for like the after reaction analysis of the song, something like that.
Right? Yeah. I mean, was it the political one?
Yeah.
Not really. It is kind of political, but next month we're actually dropping a completely new video.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the collab at all. BC Hoffman asks, Vin, do you have any degrees? No, Vin barely graduated high school. Took me 5 years.
It's true.
I don't have any degrees.
And I graduated in 3. What a switch.
What do you mean, what a switch?
Because you're like obviously the smartest one, and it took you 5 years.
Oh, please.
It took me 3.
Please. But. Okay, so that's 2 questions. We're rolling. All right, who's next? Vin does the words. Hefner does the fitting faces. Legendary.
I would watch that.
What? What's your favorite scary movie?
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Gone Girl.
Babe, Gone
But that
Girl
would
is
be a
not a
thriller.
scary movie.
That was scary to me.
Gone Girl is not a scary movie.
I don't watch scary movies. What movie have I ever watched that was a scary movie? I watched thrillers.
Gone Girl wasn't even I
It
guess
was
Gone
scary.
Girl was a thriller. What do you think of Once Saved, Always Saved? I'm struggling with that today. I went to a funeral. Yeah. Well, I think that I don't look at like salvation as like a legal thing. I look at it as more as a relational thing. And so if God adopts you into his family, he's never going to disadopt you ever. Right? Like I have a son and everybody knows that I've got one particular kid who's being a complete terror to the house. But I'm never, ever, ever going to disown my son under any circumstance. And I don't have the capacity for love, even a scintilla that God does. So I know a lot of people look at it like if a person breaks certain types of rules and breaks them enough and breaks them consistently, then they're out because they're looking at it from a legal perspective. I'm looking at it from a family perspective and the perspective of a father, that the language that the New Testament uses about what happens when a person becomes a Christian is that they become a son or daughter of God. They become part of the family of God, those types of things, and that you're loved to the same degree that Jesus is loved by God. So from that perspective, it would be then impossible for God to disown you. So that would be my answer to that question.
Sorry, what is your favorite band we have inflicted on you thus far? There's a couple of them that I really like. Pantera. I've liked a lot of the Iron Maiden songs, and
Classics.
I like In This Moment. I know not everybody's a fan, but I didn't like all of their songs. I liked Whore, but then there was another one that they did, like something about a wolf or something like that. And like when I was watching
Big
it, I
Bad Wolf.
was like, no, that's no. Just,
Big Bad Wolf.
I don't know what it was. It was,
Yeah.
but it was too corny for me. It was too far. Oh, I like Typo. Obviously, Diablo Scaris, but I haven't heard many of their songs. I've just heard a couple of them. I really liked that one about the violinist.
Funerary
Who was that?
Dirge of a Violinist. Yeah.
Yeah, was that Septic Flesh? Who does that?
That was Karak Angren, I think is the name of the band.
Yeah, I like that.
When is Gurschach coming to the UK? I don't know. I don't want to hijack your guys' question thing.
No,
Go ahead.
you're in it.
Yep.
Honestly, we'll be going to the UK whenever we have someone who wants to put a show on for us over there. You know, it's kind of like we've been sort of slowly digging our way across to the east coast of the U.S. so far, but, you know, we want to, absolutely. Speaking of which, I'm actually in talks with them right now. Apparently our L.A. show got canceled, as I was predicting, but now there's this open day, and I just brought it up in chat. I was like, hey, you guys think you get a show in Bakersfield? And he's like, that would be cool. Why is that? He's like, well, I mean,
Oh,
there's someone asking if we could play in Bakersfield. So it's like, oh, really? Okay. So
that's a
the
possibility.
seed may have been planted there.
Ooh.
There you go, Culp.
Okay, Damon, Sori, is Ghost officially dead? No, I liked the last Ghost. Was it Life Eternal?
Yep.
I like that one. It's not officially dead for me. And Tool is obviously on my list, but I was going for the more obvious, like the less obvious ones. And I said corny, not porny, Sarcast.
That's
Although both would be true on that one.
oh my gosh. There we go. That's all she needs. As soon as I saw that, I was like, God, please help her miss that. My prayer wasn't answered.
Nope, I noticed it. I was like,
If anybody has, do you two read many books? I love me some books.
I read to the kids, and that's about as far as my reading goes.
In the meantime, poor Scotty's still trying to figure out his head. I don't know what he's trying to do right now. He might still be working on that. I know, like, behind the scenes, he definitely really scrounges to get stuff together. So like, fuck.
He probably didn't want to talk to us. He's like, screw those guys.
Is it they're on right now?
He's the friendliest guy in the world. He's honestly like, I don't know. He's probably doing it as we speak. I'll just like poke him for a sec if it makes anything better.
Vin and Sori, would you be open to a year in review show going over songs you really enjoyed and re-review songs you cowburgered? What's a cowburger?
Hated, probably. I doubt it. I want new ones.
Cowburgered?
What does it mean to cowburger?
You tried to hide it, but I found the channel. Now your safe place will be lined with barbed wire.
Songs you cowburgered. Did you cover something that was called Cowburger and just give it a really bad review?
I think that we just gave stuff bad reviews. There are things that we just didn't like. And those things...
Like Mushroom Head.
Huh?
Mushroom Head. God almighty. So, that was such a terrible song. Such a terrible... I had a guy unsubbed. Good. I mean, we value literally every subscriber that we have. It's just... We have to be honest with ourselves. I know that these bands are so important to everybody, but if we don't like a song, we don't like a song. What can we do?
Right.
Nothing we can do. I'm not gonna lie and say like, ooh.
Oh, that's a wow.
No. You guys' audience is specifically the people who understand that. You know.
Yeah.
Like you can't just like hold on to subscribers if they're gonna drop on you that easily. You know.
Yeah.
Favorite.
That's why you guys have such a great community.
Yeah, our community is
badass.
They're the most, literally, okay, we've got a philosophy guy in here. We've got a young lady who works in, like, AI. So, they're, like, Zonia is like, going to destroy us all. She's going to kill us all with her AI. Or
she's going to save us. Yeah. Zonia wants to know what, I think your favorite book is Catcher in the Rye. Or what? I like Hind's Feet in High Places.
Desiring God by John Piper was life-changing for me. It's like the single most influential book in my philosophy.
Which book have you read the most time? Oh, sorry.
Which book have I read the most times?
Yeah. That you just you go back to it. See, that's Hind's Feet in High Places for me.
The Message of the Torah by Sailhammer.
Oh, looks like Scott just came on.
Scotty Too Hottie. All right.
Scott, yeah. You want me to add him now?
Yeah, add him.
Hold on. There we go. Come on, Stark. You can do better than that.
Who is working on AI?
Does she want to be announced that way? Had she said it publicly?
What? Yeah, she jumped on a call and talked about it for friggin' 35 minutes.
Is that working?
We had him. Yeah, he's there.
All right, hold on. Y'all see me?
I do not see you, my brother, but I definitely hear. I see an SC.
That would be me. Let me see if I can. Let me see what I can do here. Yeah, this thing updated, and I'm still figuring out exactly how everything works. But here we go.
There he is.
There we go. There I am.
There you go. What's up, man?
Well,
we made it work. We made it work. I knew we could.
Hey, you know it's funny? We were just talking shit about you.
I was trying to defend. I was trying to defend you, Scotty Too Hottie.
Here, hold on. You know what? This is what we can do.
What?
Then you'll know exactly. Put it back up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so guys, this is X. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And then there's Scotty.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay.
Let me get some lighting going.
We got to get that other technology where we can do this live. That's the other thing.
All right, come on, man. You just gotta rock it. I didn't even shave before this.
No, I said lighting.
What's going on there?
Yeah. No, it's got to be perfect for you, man.
Nah, just if I didn't have that on, you guys wouldn't even be able to see me. My room's real dark.
No, really, you should have seen it earlier. They were like, is Scotty still doing it? It's like, I think he's trying to figure it out. And like, he probably doesn't want to talk to us. Like, no, that's not true. He's the nicest guy in the world.
You kidding? You kidding? I love talking to people.
Yeah, he's the best at it out of anyone in the band.
So
I have the best things.
Yeah, you have the best. You have the best words. You have the best words. He literally said that. Now he's the president. What can you do?
Wow.
Okay, so you play bass?
Yes, I do. I play bass and I provide other vocals, usually screams.
Okay. Tell me what the... First of all, you got a couple people asking you guys to come to Baking Soda. To, what do you call it? Bakersfield. Are you planning on doing any SoCal shows?
Yes. In fact, that's exactly something that we're working on right now.
I literally just brought it up, yeah.
Essentially, there's a date that we have planned. We're planning on doing December 15th. I know that might not be a thing anymore because looks like Anaheim fell through. But in regards to the next SoCal kind of thing, we're going to be going to NAMM. So because of that...
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're still getting that ironed out. But we basically have to get that all together. Once that's all set... there's places I've already hit up for interest. Like, we've been to LA and San Diego, so, like, I guarantee we'll have dates, but that's, like, all within the torrent of that week. I really do wonder how it'll be, but, you know, it'll be fun.
Cool. Can we also do an interview for you guys? Because we're going to be we got press passes to NAMM.
Oh, really?
Oh, dang.
So we will see you guys there.
See you guys there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately for you, you're going to be running into us at NAMM, sir.
Hopefully I'll have
I'm
my...
hoping I see all kinds of people. I hope I can see Jared Dines and give him a high five and a hug.
There you go.
And maybe just scream in his face one more time.
Only if he asks me to.
Are you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys from Maine?
Yep.
Was it?
Yep.
You guys, all the way from Maine. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to that ride at all.
No, and I'm going to be very pregnant by then, so... Whew.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the culture.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just, like, hand the merch to you guys in person. That would almost be, like, easier in a way.
Yeah, it'd be very poetic. We'll cry. It'll be great.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
It'll be all over Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So talk to me, Scotty. How long have you been in the band?
So I joined them in 2013. I've got a little story about that, essentially. And X, you can interrupt if there's anything that seems not true about it. But in regards to originally I was playing drums in a stoner rock band. In about the summer of 2013, my other two members went to school in Arizona, so that band was pretty much over at that point. So I hear these guys, because my old band played with them, I hear these guys have a bass player who's going away to school too. And at that point, like, I was becoming interested in the idea of, like, playing as a standalone guitar thing. Essentially, I'd been picking it up while I was at SMC. I started playing, like, at 18, and then I was slowly getting things down. So essentially what all happened from there is I showed up to their going away show and I opened. And I played a lot of covers, namely I really liked Tenacious D, and I knew most of the songs, so I did threw that at them. And then, like, a little bit of Tool, a little bit of weird stuff as I wanted it. And then after the show, we go to dinner, and Daniel, our drummer, he asked me a question. He goes, like, oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good a guitar do you think I am? And I'm like, probably like a 6 or something, you know? And so essentially they say, well, we need a bass player, and we know you can play, so why don't you give that a shot? And so I go, like, well, I don't have a bass guitar. And then, like, a friend of ours is like, well, you can borrow mine.
We can arrange that.
That was a whole another fiasco, but essentially I learned the material of the first EP. I think we did that over the course of probably a month or two. Then my first gig with them was in San Francisco at the Submission, a venue that unfortunately isn't there anymore. But
a lot of venues have been losing.
Yeah, very true. Oh. Very true. But it was a lot of fun doing that, and I've been along for the ride for that time. I feel like a lot has changed since I've been in the group, mostly for the better.
Matthew Winter's leaving.
Oh,
good night,
Matthew Winter. Yeah, it's nice seeing you, Matthew.
But regardless, I joined them about 5 years ago, and it's been a fun ride.
So I'm getting from X that you're kind of like the marketing genius. You're the kind of that's kind of one of your roles in the band.
Essentially, I went to college. I have a degree in marketing. Now, I think I've used that knowledge much more in my music projects than I ever have in the business world. In a sense,
I went to college.
Yeah, exactly. I went there and I did that, but I wouldn't say that a lot of that's come into play with a lot of the work I do. I mean, more so now than before, but it's like a lot of the big stuff like we just learned from trial and error. Like I do pretty much all the show booking.
Yeah.
I do send out press reach outs when we do that. I do a lot of the ideas we have on the business end are usually mine. And it's just
it's like to get to where we are now, which not a lot of people would say is like the best position, but we are definitely pretty ahead of the game in our immediate area. It took just years and years of doing everything wrong, everything incorrectly, and not just not having any clue how to do it correctly. But eventually, you just got to like make the mistakes before you can learn from them, and that's like the most important part of it.
Do you think as an up and coming, like a hot up and coming band, do you think that social media, the reaction channel phenomenon, all that good jazz, do you think that there's even a business model for it? Like, for example, you being in the business backdrop, right? Like this in marketing, are there principles that you go, oh yeah, I see that. That's just a modernized version of this business principle, or is it all new stuff where people have to rethink what marketing actually means now?
I mean, it's a little bit of both, to be honest. I mean, like, it's to say that traditional media, like there's a lot of elements of that are still prevalent today. The whole idea of music journalism is still very much a thing. It's just all online now. Just to say, like, these days, instead of like getting your shit in the paper, which you still can, but it's to say, like, instead of like getting covered like that, like it's like you send a press request online, and then you've got, in our case, you've got someone in South Africa who's like, hey, check out this video, or you've got some people like that. And it's to say, like, the reaction channel and YouTube side of things is very new because it's a whole nother content stream in itself. And with that all being said, it's to say that you kind of have to think differently, and that kind of thinking, because it's all so new, there's still a lot that has to be kind of figured with it. There's a lot that you have to kind of experience and really work with. It's to say, like, I do very much think that there are business models for like the whole YouTube music thing. I mean, hell, Jared Dines just got a new house. I mean, if that's any sign of that, like, just being a prevalent thing. I mean, like, YouTube people, like the whole traditional media against this new media. I guess we're kind of proving that there is a market. Even with the whole adpocalypse and everything, there's still very much a potential in that kind of thing, and there is still very much a potential for that. It's just completely new. It's not the same way as it was before, and honestly, it's probably for the better.
So we were talking to Andy from Diary's Murder, and he's kind of the you of that band.
Okay.
And he handles all that jazz, and so they don't have to pay a publicist or whatever. We've also worked with bands who did have a publicist, and that's how we made it. Like, for example, OTEP, but she's at the point now.
Yeah.
She's at the point now where it's, do you feel like a position like you or an Andy is a necessity for a band trying to make it in 2018?
Wait, Overshadow, is that where we're from or where Vin and Sori are from? Sorry, I'm just also answering questions on the chat.
I think it's you. Yeah, they're asking where you guys are from.
It's you guys. Look, any questions, I'm guarantee you they're for you guys, X.
We're from the East Bay, California, San Francisco area.
Yeah.
I know a lot. You made everybody think that we're from Germany in the video that you did. So we've had a lot of people come up to us like, where in Germany are you guys from? And we're like,
Nine.
No, San Francisco, Germany.
That adds to your mystique, man.
Best place in the world. But I guess to answer the question you had about if that kind of thing's necessary, if you're doing it yourself, absolutely. If you're not going out for a publicist, if you're not going out for anything like that, like someone, whether it's one person or the whole band themselves, has to be thinking about this if you want to do this kind of seriously. It's one thing if you're like all having fun with your friends, and that's there's nothing wrong with that at all. But to say, like, for it to grow into the potential of being a career, and I mean, that's a really, really big stretch in this day and age for sure. It's a very, it's a very, we always have a lot of articles coming out about how certain people are doing. Like, some people are doing really well, like Devin Townsend is like a 5-figure person off his music, when like bands like Periphery like barely make anything. So it's to say, like, in that kind of sense, I would say that if you're doing this yourself and if you're trying to go about this in that way, like you at least need to have some business sense, whether it's on a show level of like trying to get out to as many places as possible, a digital level of trying to have a steady stream of content, or a just all on and all like image level, which I'd say the image level of our band is definitely more X than myself. But it's to say that
Gurschach is a little place in Germany where zombie unicorns are a thing. Sarcastic. Who is this guy? He's funny.
I told you.
Yeah,
I love that. Gurschach, Germany. That should just be the name of a city.
We will build it and then we will burn it down.
And it'll have a population of like 100 people.
So tell me. So now I'm going to start asking some uncomfortable questions. Are there ever a time when you and X are like clash on ideas or overarching philosophy?
Like, we were clashing just this morning.
On what?
On just the stupidest stuff. It's not even worth bringing up. The point being, when you spend this much time with anybody, like, it's going to lead to conflict sometime or another. At the end of the day, though, you get so many people think of bands as like, oh, it's a business. Oh, it's a money thing. You know, like, I don't really have like this emotional investment in these people. They're just my coworkers. And that's just so like inappropriate. I think it's, at the end of the day, we see the band as like, these are like our brothers from other families, you know, and we can't just you can't just fire your brother, man. You wouldn't do that. So that's kind of how we see it, is that we go through rough times pretty much constantly, but we also go through some very massive highs together, and that's why we still do this, you know?
Yeah, that's me in this one.
Yeah, you wouldn't just fire your significant other, so why would you do it for your band?
Well, no, I wouldn't fire you.
Wow, Vin.
Please, I don't want to catalyze anything like this.
Wow.
No.
You guys are perfect. You guys are absolutely perfect. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, I concur.
I mean,
thanks, guys.
It's we spend a ton of time together.
We do,
and it's literally.
We were arguing over whose mom makes tasty brownies. Oh my god, I love your fan base. They're all so funny.
Yeah, Uncle Dan he's hilarious. You should check out Dan. You should send him the media kit that you sent us that he made for us. It's like professional as hell. He got us an interview with Head from Korn. It was unbelievable. Yeah, he's a badass. I'm
saying you guys gotta put this on your Patreon. That could be one of your most popular pledges, is the band interview.
So yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. Hey, so tell us, Scotty, did you see the review of your of the song that we did?
Yes, I did. I did. I was driving. For my job, I drive around and look at cars at Oakland, and I just kind of have stuff like playing, because I got to have stuff playing for the navigation on my phone to be through. I saw that was there. I posted in the chat. I checked it out, and I really enjoyed the way you guys like picked apart pretty much every aspect of it. And it's to say, like, you didn't just say like, "Oh man, that was great." You guys kind of broke down a lot of the aspects of the song and the video, and it's to say that like it was more than a reaction in that sense. It was more than just a "yeah, that was fucking cool." It was like well, he's trying to say this here and this, and the whole comparison to the figure in the song is like a zombie Jesus is something I completely didn't realize until your guys' video. So, you know, I didn't think of that.
How
was
right?
written before me.
X kind of looks like Jesus a little bit right now.
Yeah, I know.
No. If anybody looks like Jesus, it's Leyland.
Yes, he does.
He should
is
be
the
what you
Jesus
guys
of the
proved.
South. You better remember that.
I'm gonna have to get like a photo of him up just so that you guys believe me on that one, because he looks more like Jesus now than he did like just a year ago.
There he is.
He was the guy who put the staple in his mouth.
Hold on. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, that scared me.
Sorry,
when I saw
you
that.
hated that.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, put that back up. I'm gonna try to get it as clear as I can. Hold on. Give me a little.
Oh, I can definitely see it.
Yeah.
that beard. I mean, I could just actually send this image to you. I don't know why I'm just doing this.
Well, that was the best way to do it, probably for the chat.
Yeah,
For the stream.
yeah, for sure. Because now they got to see that too.
Right.
What's the guy's name again? Zola? Sugar? Zola Sugar.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, you were right. Zola is the character, but Shukada just kind of means rise again.
Okay.
Kind of like return to form. It's got several different ways you could technically phrase that word, but altogether it's basically like the ritual, the summoning ritual for Zola.
Yep. Is Zola kind of like a zombie Jesus character?
I don't know. You'll have to tell me.
I
think you were right. I don't know if he's specifically a zombie. That's the main question I have about that.
Wait, didn't you write it?
I rewrote the words for that part. Yeah, it's technically a sample, but it is our words.
I see where you're going with that. I get it. If you could tour with a band, Scotty, who would it be?
Okay, there's a couple answers to that. I mean, like, I know for sure, like, in the local scene, there's quite a few people I could shout out that, like, would be like, yeah, I'd love to do that. Like, we got our East Bay Invasion run with Vicious Wishes and Suburban Paranoia. Those are some brothers of ours. Like, there's a couple bands, like, local and otherwise, like War Troll and Phantom Witch, that I'd love to do that kind of thing with as well. And there's some people we've met on the road, like, just like, we met an industrial band in Reno called Dead Animal Assembly Plant. Those guys would be really cool, too. Those
guys were awesome.
And it's like, that's the thing about being on the road. You meet people you never would have met. Like, there's them, there's Colorado, Hydroform, the really cool prog band. But in terms of, like, a big band kind of thing, I mean, I'd say, like, there are definitely, like, some answers I'd have that would be like, well, these guys are influences, and I would love to do that. Like, I would say, like, if we had an opportunity to do that with, like, Mastodon, with, like, I mean, like, any of the big four, thrash would be really amazing, of course, but that's kind of a little, that's kind of shooting real high. I would say, like, on kind of like a smaller level, something that actually probably could happen eventually would probably be, like, bands like the Melvins or Psycho Stick. And, again, those are both bands that I take heavy influence from. So, like, they'd be
I'm noticing a lot of people in the chat are sort of asking us questions that, like, we have covered on our website. So I'm just going to post a link to that real quick.
And remember, I don't think it's going to let you.
I got it.
He found a way around it.
He did?
He just... the space between dot and com.
Yeah, just anybody in chat, if you click the link, you have to actually copy it and rewrite it so that there's no space between dot and com. So yeah, just get rid of the space.
And the fascist pigs at YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, they don't want anybody to have fun. Fun is not allowed on YouTube anymore.
We've got 5 minutes.
There's no fun.
I had my biggest, like, personal channel shut down on YouTube for literally no reason at all. It just, one day it was gone, and when I looked up the reason for why it's gone, the reason was that there was no reason.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that makes us feel very well and secure.
That's why we tell everybody, go to vinandsori.com. If we ever disappear, go there to find us.
I think it was the comments I left maybe like years ago that by today's standards is probably deemed too edgy for YouTube is the thing. So, like, my main suggestion is just take Jello Apocalypse's advice and DONT, which stands for don't comment, like, ever.
Well, hopefully, I'm black and she's a woman, and we're an interracial couple. That there's that we've hit enough. We've hit enough like social justice.
You got the check marks.
Yeah, check marks. You can't hurt us.
Yeah. I mean, I was running YouTube relatively anonymous at the same time. That doesn't really make a good case for me getting my channel back. Fortunately, you guys, I think, actually have people who could make a fuss about that, though. So, you know, all you'd have to do is appeal that if that were to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Not good for me, though, because my account was absolutely faceless.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It happens.
Okay, guys, we have 5. Can you guys stay for 5 more minutes? Is that possible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I ain't got nothing better to do. I'm home from work.
What do you want to do for 5 minutes? Could we, like, take questions from the chat?
Yeah, that's you read my mind. 5-minute lightning round. Ask these guys anything except for X's real name. But other than that, ask them anything. Go.
It takes a few seconds because the chat lags. So.
Are you able to keep a bassist? Bassists come and go. Well, we've kept this guy for a couple of years, haven't we? Favorite guitarist? Okay, I'm answering this one, Scott.
Okay.
Any of you guys in chat know who this is?
That's Buckethead.
My absolute idol, the only person I will ever admit to basically, like, just being a mega fan of. Like,
do you know who he actually is?
Who Buckethead is?
Yeah.
Like, have I met him?
Yeah.
I fucking wish. Damn. Yeah, if you look up a lot of our songs, like, you can every now and then hear a guitar solo I'm playing, you're like, oh, that's a Buckethead influence right there.
It's honestly kind of annoying how much he pulls from them.
Creamy or chunky peanut butter? Chunky, I guess.
I haven't eaten peanut butter in a really long time, so...
What are your thoughts on hair metal? Hate it. What do you guys do for day jobs? Well, I already mentioned I go to uni. What about you, Scott?
I mean, I work for an insurance company. I look at broken cars in Oakland. That's kind of my thing. I drive around, and they come in, like, usually at least one of them's a new total every day, and it's interesting. It's a good line of work. I've been liking it, and it's just to say that it's a day job, and
favorite bassist?
You gotta have a day job. Oh.
We're doing lightning round, remember, Scott?
Favorite bassist? Okay. I would say lately I've been liking Justin Chancellor of Tool a lot.
All right, for me, it's Chris Wolstenholme from Muse. Even though I really cannot stand their latest record, he's still my absolute favorite. Let's see. Should the internet be a public commodity like electricity or water? Wow.
It's back.
I mean, the internet just kind of exists. It's kind of like the one true anarchy that really exists as a society.
I mean, really, I think the best part of the internet is that people can't really define it in comparable terms. I think if that were to happen, the internet would actually not end up the way people want it to, like with the net neutrality garbage, fucking crap. You know.
So you're not a fan. You're not a fan of net neutrality.
No, I'm not a fan of gunning net neutrality. I think Sori may have noticed it too. There was a portion of the video where we had Ajit Pai's face on a dartboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Use. Okay. Trying to find where was I? How are you guys holding up with all the fires and shitty air quality? I actually, it was pretty bad. I actually went to class and they were forcing us to wear masks because it was in the red with how bad the air was.
Yeah, I mean, like today felt like a morning all day driving around. Like there was smoke everywhere.
Dude, the sun was red again. It's always red in California now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Outside, I mean, like a friend of mine teaches up in Lake County, like, and he couldn't he couldn't do his job today. It was a smoke day. They were all smoked out.
Jeez.
Battery dying. Gonna say goodnight. Good night, Tina Banks. Nice seeing you here. Let's see.
Nice.
Wouldn't you be hair metal since you're a metal band whose members all are sporting long hair? Shit.
No.
Fuck.
What? So, like, Metallica's hair metal, because all of them had hair metal, but had, like, big...
No, they're on.
Album.
No,
like,
God,
what is this?
God, I think they're on to us. You got a point. We are a metal band. We all have hair. That would make us hair metal, wouldn't it? Like, because that's what we write songs about is our hair.
Yeah, totally. Like,
real quick, if you had 3 wishes, what would they be? Quick.
Scott, you first.
All right. Okay. A bass made from the guy who made Les Claypool's custom basses. Probably like an endless jug of whiskey, and I would say, I don't know, like maybe a house in every country. Sure, that works.
Okay. What about you? What about you, X?
3 wishes. Okay. Probably just my own line of guitars that I can sort of like call on to be made at any time that I'm wanting. To stay at the age I'm at right now, for sure, and probably just enough money. Like, not too much, just enough money at all times.
How old are you right now?
I am 25.
So none of you bastards want world peace.
What about the other guy? How old are you?
There's 26.
26?
I am the oldest member of the band. Not by much, but the oldest member.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I guess that's
And as for the world peace thing, I mean, we can all wish. I mean, there's...
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, that was all selfish.
I feel like the reason we did that was because that just simply won't happen.
Well, you say quick. I got it. Like, I don't get to put a whole lot of thought into like, what would your guys' 3 wishes be? Right
World
now?
peace.
All right, 2 more.
World peace. Everybody becomes a Christian, and everybody has enough money to not only to do whatever they want to do. So if you're an artist, be an artist. If you want to be a doctor, be a doctor.
What if somebody wants to have enough money to kill a bunch of people?
Well, no, because then everybody's a Christian, so they won't want to kill everybody.
Oh, hold on. That's the thing. Everybody's a Christian. What kind of Christian exactly? Just any of the sects of Christianity?
Oh, well, yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true.
You're just going.
You can wish for Westboro Baptist, and then I'm sure you'd find someone who would want to do that.
If everybody was Christian, we'd still be in the same position we're in right now.
Yeah, they voted.
My Christianity's better than your Christianity. My God could kick your God's ass.
They voted for Trump. That's true. They voted for. Well, everybody's like well, let me say it this way. Everybody follows Jesus. Say it that way. Because if they follow Jesus, then they wouldn't be like Westboro.
There you go.
There you go. Good check. Good check. It's true. All the Christians voted.
All right. So because everybody follows Jesus, nobody's going to get money to kill people.
Nobody's going to kill anybody.
I could agree with that.
I remember a quote about world peace. Someone said that we will never have world peace until 3 people can look at each other consecutively.
What do you mean by that?
You can't do that. 3 people can't look at each other consecutively.
What do you mean consecutively? Like one after the other?
No, I thought you meant simultaneously.
Altogether.
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, I understood what you're trying to say.
I think Zonia's got it all figured out. Her 3 wishes. 1, give everyone critical thinking skills. 2, give everyone a basic understanding of the core sciences. And 3, live forever with the option to terminate if it goes on for too long. So is that more like opting for suicide? I mean, I don't want to live forever. That's one of my biggest fears, is the idea that I might live too long.
You say gambling's for fools, and I was made to lose. But that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever.
That's Lemmy. Hey, that's Lemmy. That's Motorhead. We know that song.
Yeah, we did a benefit show for him after he died. We played Iron Fist.
I did the impression. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Did you have the hat?
No.
You fucked it up. Fucked it up. It wasn't even good. wasn't even impressed.
If
Was
you
it?
didn't have the hat,
Hey,
if you
they
didn't,
wanted us back. You can take that as you will.
oh,
Well,
that's
then you
right.
better do it right this time.
There goes the marketer. Okay, guys, we gotta get over. We gotta get out of here. Patrons, go to Patreon. We're gonna put the Ring Central link so we can all have a video chat. Thank you guys very much. Gurschach. How do I say it?
All right, Gurschach. One more thing.
Got it.
For anybody who has any more questions about us, I'm once again just going to leave our about page on your chat.
Yeah.
So that answers a lot of our personal questions.
Yeah, and if you liked the video, liked us, we got all them social media channels. We got the
Buy our
Facebooks,
shirts.
we got the Twitters, we got the YouTubes, we got the websites, the
Buy our
Instagrams,
shirts.
the Spotifys, and all that stuff.
Buy the
So buy our
shirts.
shirts.
Buy our shirts.
Buy
yeah.
the shirts. Buy the shirts.
Yeah,
Also,
anyone who already knows us, that's an inside joke of ours. We say that at every show we play. Buy our shirts.
we should say that on every video, but it
yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, you should at the end. Buy our shirts.
Yeah.
Well, do you have shirts?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't matter. You just say it anyway.
We do.
Yeah, we say
Our shirts, where are they? Our shirts are badass. Hold on, let me show you my shirt.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn this camera around.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, but we gotta turn the camera around so we can see it.
Our shirts are badass. This is a big one. Why do we have an armless shirt, babe?
Because somebody asked me for one. Hold
Tank
on.
top.
Hold on. I
We
gotta bring
got
it
a
back
bunch of new subscribers on our website. What? You guys are awesome.
Oh, you guys have subscribers on your website?
Since we've been talking, we just gained a whole bunch of new ones.
See, there we go. The bill's gonna be in the mail. Okay. Look at that.
Ooh.
I saw that. I actually really want to get one of those
And
too.
the back says maybe you're sick because of your secrets.
Oh, and there's the ad for the. Is that you guys'?
Yep.
No, that's not your Instagram. That's your Twitter, right?
That's Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram was Vin and Sori 7.
Yeah, we should have done vinandsori.com, but we didn't have a website at the time because we
Nope.
didn't have a team. Look at this shirt. The shirt is so badass. Look at that.
Yeah, I would wear it just for that front part too alone. I would get a sticker of that. I would put that on our cabs.
Somebody
know-
said that. Like there needs to be a sticker.
It's her.
Hey, if all you guys subscribe to us right now, I will name my next cat Sori.
Also, stickers are ridiculously cheap to make. I highly recommend it.
Yes, Dan is gonna like laugh at me because he's been telling me to make stickers for years. Dan is
Now do I have one? Yes, I do. We made some. I got this one from our.
That's the
design
one.
coordinator.
oh
Yeah,
that's-
I forgot to get more of those. I ran out at the last show.
Oh, that's cool.
we
Yeah.
look at Martini.
It's-
Maybe you're sick because you're an atheist that lacks an objective morality and self-awareness.
Maybe you're sick because the baby can't tolerate all the snacks.
Yeah, that it could be.
This was funny.
Maybe you're sick because that green stuff on the pizza wasn't a vegetable.
Ew.
Yeah. So we will see you guys in NAM in person. You guys,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing at NAM? Like, what are you doing?
Oh, we got to plug Hellheart, man.
Well, in particular, Gilmore Custom Cases. It's but Hellheart in particular has been our route through. They're a metalcore band. They're kind of up and coming like us, and they've got videos. They did a cover of Pantera's "This Love." Turned out real good.
Yeah.
And
They just dropped another one. It's called Take Me Back, and that was literally my favorite song they ever did. And it is criminally underrated. Like, you guys, like right now, you got to watch that video if you haven't seen that one.
Which one?
Not just YouTube, but all you guys in chat. Like, look up Hellheart. It's
spelled just like it sounds, boy.
Hellheart. Okay.
Hellheart.
All right.
Maybe you're just sick because you have hepatitis A. That's bone hurting juice right there.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Impromptu. See, this is what happens when you come to the firesides. You got to come to the firesides. And we get to talk to bands, people in famous bands, okay? What else are you doing on a Friday? Nothing. Don't lie. Okay. Vin out.
Yeah.
Sorry out.
X out.
Scotty McRib out.
Peace.
Later, guys. Have a good day.